Do you want effective ways to discipline your children? These 12 tips will make your life and your parenting much easier. I'm Dr. Moitinho, and let's go to the 12 tips. Watch it till the end because I have a powerful bonus tip for you. Tip number 1, communicate your expectations, rules, and consequences to your children. It's essential that your children know what you expect of them, what they can and cannot do. So let them know what will happen when they disobey you or break the rules. Tip number 2, discipline out of love, not out of anger or frustration. Ephesians 6:4 says, "Do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up in the discipline and instruction of the Lord." One way parents provoke their children to anger is when they discipline out of frustration. It's when they overreact. Discipline needs to be an act of love. Basically, you are communicating to your children, "I love you so much that I want to correct this behavior, and I'm going to show you a better way." Tip number 3, discipline your children consistently based on principles and not on feelings. Feelings change, right? If you are angry, you may be harsh with your children. If you are happy, then you may overlook discipline. So follow your principles and be consistent. Tip number 4, consider each child's personality. If you have many children, you know each child is unique and has a unique personality. So consider how your child may respond to your discipline methods and adjust your discipline to each child based on their personality. Tip number 5, use age-appropriate interventions. Yes, when you are disciplining your children, you need to be age-appropriate. For example, reasoning with a toddler is not going to work. However, reasoning with a teenager can be a powerful part of your discipline. So be mindful of the cognitive and emotional development of your child. Tip number 6, redirect your child to healthy behaviors. Sometimes distracting your child, especially younger ones, and guiding them to engage in other activities can be a creative way to deter, to stop challenging behaviors. Tip number 7, model the behavior you expect. The pressure is on you as a parent. Your children are observing you all the time, and guess what? They will copy your behaviors. So, for example, model the behaviors you want your children to display. Tip number 8, praise your children regularly. It's so easy for parents to focus on the mistakes and the misbehavior of their children. But the phrase, "what gets recognized gets repeated," is true for parenting as well. Catch your children doing good things and praise them, and you will see that they will do it again. Tip number 9, be flexible. This is a short tip, but powerful. Consider the circumstances and what's going on with your child as you discipline. Each moment is a moment of learning. Tip number 10, decide on the best time and place to discipline. Depending on the age of the child, you need to be mindful and not call your child's attention publicly in front of everyone at a store, for example, because this will humiliate and embarrass your child. So it may be best for you to wait until you get home and then you discipline your child privately and always with love. Tip number 11, use the sandwich technique. You probably have heard of this technique. It's a popular technique of starting the conversation by saying something positive. So you start by telling your child something that your child did well. Then you correct the specific behavior that you want to correct. then you close that interaction by making another positive statement to your child. And you can even hug your child. It will make a difference. Tip number 12, guide your child to create the behavior you want to see. Especially younger children need more direction. So you may need to show your child the specific behavior that you want your child to perform. So you go ahead and tell your child, hey, watch me. I'm gonna do this, and I want you to do the same. Then you have your child perform that behavior, and you let your child know, hey, this is what I want you to do the next time. Your child will know what you expect. Now, here's the bonus tip. Pray for your children and pray with your children. This is powerful. Yes, prayer is a way for you to connect with God, receive His love, His strength, His wisdom, but also prayer can be a powerful way for you to intercede for your children, to ask God to bless your children, to help your children grow and develop and become the people He wants them to become. If you liked this video, click the like button, share it with your friends, be sure to subscribe, watch the video you see here on the screen to continue to learn powerful ways to parent your children.